tell me the story too. Okay, they're just coming back. They're just coming back.
This guy's pretty little, huh? See, they're bigger than they look now. They got the big old top sitting on there. Probably would have been about that big. Because they gotta be 5 3/4 inches.
Now, how did you rented a boat?
Yeah, we rented a boat from the marina.
How many in there?
There's a big fella. Ooh, but he split in half.
How many of them? How many?
There's 15 crabs in here.
15? Yeah.
He used to be a biggin.
Yeah. Huh. He was a big one.
I think he was the big guy. We caught him. The biggest one we caught was about 7 inches across at the top.
Yeah.
So those are our crabs.
You baited the. What did the pots look like?
It's not really pots. It's like 2 rings. One's big and one's small, and there's netting in between the rings.
Oh, uh-huh.
And the bottom one, the small ring has wire mesh on the bottom.
Yeah.
And the small one goes down, and the netting forms like the sides of a cup type thing.
Uh-huh.
You know, the ropes hold on to the big circle and pull it up while the bottom circle falls. And that's about probably that deep. But when it hits the bottom, it collapses to nothing, so the crabs can all crawl over it and get to the bait. See, the wire mesh on the bottom ring, you wire the fish to it and just drop it down.
And you actually see the crab on the thing?
No, you can't see nothing.
Oh, okay. So what do you
go back after like 20 minutes and
haul it up?
haul it up?
And so when you're hauling it up is when you trap the crab?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
You have to haul it up pretty fast so they don't all crawl out.
Yeah. So did you ever catch 2 at a time or 3 at a time?
30 at a time. Yeah, came up.
Ooh.
But we had to sift through them to get the ones that are legal. You can only keep the ones that are over like
A certain size.
5 3/4.
Yeah. Let me see
We
those.
have to get little bitty forks.
Little bitty forks.
Little bitty forks, because this stuff is not coming out. We're going to have to get little forks to get in there so we don't have to crack them.
What happens if we crack them?
Well, we can crack them.
Oh.
But it's, you see what I mean? It's just going to take little bitty forks to get some of that stuff out of there. So I would suggest until we get that, we just cool them off, put them in the refrigerator.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what else to. What did you bait? Just fish, huh?
Well, somebody had caught some fish. I don't know what they were, cod or something.
You had to buy that.
Well, they came with it. The bait kind of came with it.
Oh, it did? You rent the boat,
rented the boat and the crab
rings.
And they just gave us some fish. Did they give it or did we have to buy it?
What's that?
The bait.
No, they gave us the bait.
Because it was somebody else's just fish heads that they had filleted and stuff, so.
Uh-huh.
Let's try this.
It's just little pieces.
So I mean, in actuality, you had, and then the guy cooks it for you. You gut them and cook them down there for gratis, huh? That's what he does.
Yeah, he cooks them, steams them for you, and shows you how to clean them.
Looks tasty to me.
That's the real thing. Tastes just like crab meat.
I wonder why.
Let's see. Let's see if it does.
You want some?
Well, you do it. Take a film of you.
Well, it's going to take a lot to get it out.
It's pretty darn good.
That's your first bite. Now, sometimes you get 30, but they're too small. A lot of them too small, huh?
Oh, you seem like you'd always pull up that many.
Yeah.
Except for if you hit the wrong spot.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We'd know if it was the wrong spot after we hauled up the first one.
Well, you guys been gone, what, 5 hours or better?
Yeah, we were probably out there for 3 hours.
3 hours?
4 hours.
Well, we were salmoning for a while,
Yeah.
too.
there apparently is a certain amount of luck involved in this salmon business around here.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Ooh, there's a goodly amount.
Boy, I don't know. That would look like quite a spread if we could spread them out, but we don't want to spread them out on the dirt here. Well,
Yeah, it's going to take getting these little forks, like fondue forks.
what do you think about the experience?
Pretty good.
Pretty good deal, huh?
Pretty good deal. Pretty fun.
Okay.
Pretty cold at first.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like it was gonna be too good. But we found the right spot right away, and then the clouds cleared off and the sun came out. Pretty good day all in all.
And Shane missed it.
Shane missed it. Shane is sleeping right now in Colorado at 6 p.m. 7.
Yes, 10 after 6. It's 10 after 7 there. Yeah, that's
He's
quite a
getting
deal.
home from his
And there's
job.
Rich is what only guy that went with you.
Yeah.
Nobody
Came
else went
home,
with you?
Took Grandma to do something.
Huh.
Try one of the claws there. You ready? Here we go. You ready for this? Pull that out.
Yeah, you can give me a piece of that. Give me part of that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now you know. I think if we had some beer, we'd probably just eat all this out here ourselves. So we better stop and go.
There are a lot of angry people. Okay. See if I can find little forks. You get to try some of this.
Carol
Thank
gets
you.
a taste.
You don't want none of that?
No,
thanks.
she's allergic.
Oh,
She's
you allergic
gonna
to
claim
this?
to be allergic to these two.
Yeah.
Crab allergy.
I get really crab.
Oyster
absolutely
allergic.
can't.
Everything.
She turns into an oyster when she eats oysters.
That's right, and I spit pearls. Of
Wow, that'd be
Oh,
nifty.
Really?
How is that pretty good?
Oh,
it's
we
really
thought it
good.
was
Like
great.
heaven.
Like heaven.
The guy did not oversteam him. Whoever did this,
No, he was real good there.
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. He said, don't get those two done.
No, you don't want to overdo them.
Came out just right, actually.
Now, did you test these, Michael?
Remember that.
I had a little test, and I think I agree with them
You were
that
the
they
official
had
tester.
that they have done just right. They've
Yeah,
done a
we did
good
good.
job. This is
We did good.
delicioso. I
Muy
think. It's
delicioso.
muy delicioso.
Mas gusto.
And we didn't have to use the
Not
canoe
only
or
that,
nothing.
but
We,
la cucaracha.
Oh, sure, they used the canoe first. Then they decided that it wasn't.
It was
you
pretty
wouldn't do
wobbly.
it.
It got tiresome.
boy,
Tiresome.
it's
Hard-
a
Hard to paddle against.
it's
the
a
tide.
comment. It's quite a comment to say that you get commonly get 30 crabs each time you pull up.
But not 30
Yeah.
keepers.
Not
No.
30 keepers, but that you get 30.
Yeah. I would say
Each.
if you were in scuba gear and were down in the ocean,
They-
Down there, you probably
it would
see
just
a
be
hell of a lot
wall
of
to wall crabs.
Just one crab after another.
and
Just
you're
gotta
allergic
Hit 'em on
to
the
it.
head.
Are you sure there isn't some place we can take you and give you a shot of something, and then you'll be okay to eat this stuff?
No, I'm pretty sure you can.
We can't do
But I'm
that.
going to enjoy it. In fact, I might even film you while you eat it.
Have I?
We have,
Yeah.
crab.
Bibs. We need
Bibs.
crab bibs. Well,
That's
you
right.
get the fork, get the bibs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll put you all on film. As you have crab.
You know, it's like they have
And
butter
crab, bits of
allergies.
crab and butter
in your
down
beard and in your
in his
mustache.
beard. Yeah.
It'll be a pretty sight.
It will be. It will be.
It will, it will. So do you want to take the canoe off?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Good deal.
I'll just do my job.
I'm clicking off now. Wally,
off.
Lee Blue here, clicking off in the back of the low tide apartment.
Bismarck.
I was going to talk about Dolores. She is Uncle Larry's daughter.
Uncle Lester's daughter.
Uncle Larry's daughter.
Oh,
Uncle
And-
Larry.
who's Uncle Larry?
Uncle Larry Curran.
I'll take
Kern.
And she is married to Manuel Roush.
Got milk in it.
And they live right next
That's
to
all right, you
where
can have milk and
Lester,
water.
Lester,
That's right.
they live on Lester and Margaret's land. They built their house there. Because they gave it to them
Which is where?
in Santa Susana, California. Simi Valley. And
Yeah, it's Simi Valley now.
so I can't think of what her oldest girl, well, I know, but I can't think of what her oldest girl's name is. But she had a stroke when she was 13.
Oh my gosh. Which was about what
13
year?
years old, had a stroke.
Yeah,
And she had a, remember she had a baby when we were down there visiting her? I mean, she had a baby then.
Kent don't remember that.
No.
No,
What year was the stroke?
I don't remember
Well, when
a lot
she was
about
13,
our
I don't
ancestors.
know.
13 years old, because we were talking about.
I'd have to ask her.
Well,
Her
it
mother,
wasn't
her mother and I
1920.
ride at Christmas
It
time.
wasn't 1920. It was 19.
No, she's younger than that. She's not 1920. She's, let's see. Well, I think she maybe is younger than you, Michael. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So I don't know exactly
yeah.
her age. Did you get enough? There's still some
Yeah.
raspberries.
Well, that's the only place I've really picked oranges and eaten them right off of the tree, was this place.
At Uncle Lester's.
Is that like 2 weeks worth of raspberries pickings?
I
No.
vaguely remember
I
that.
picked.
Do you?
Didn't he
Well,
give you a
I'm
Coke?
watching this right now. It's missing fresh stuff.
So you
what?
don't, you don't have
Didn't
to feel so
everybody like
guilty?
to
No,
give
there's
Coke
more.
and raspberry or
There's more in
something?
the
Something.
refrigerator, and I'm gonna give
Coca-Cola.
one to that lady.
Fresh raspberries.
Colleen
they
and
are.
John
Over to your
used to
left.
like how you
I'm
gave
trying
Coke
to-
all the time.
One more bite.
He had
There they are.
a little hut there. What do you call that hut? I never thought I'd ever forget. But I have.
Garage hut?
What did he call it? Ho-hum?
That, I think.
That's his
Ho-hum is
house.
Lester.
Hut, huh?
Oh, that was his house.
Ho-hum was the, yeah.
House. But he had a really nice, like it was a roof and a
Throw
bottom,
some more on there?
a floor. But then a
Darn.
screen.
Throw
there,
some more on
you
there?
know, like you could just go out there for picnics or something.
Raspberries?
Like a gazebo or something, or
Yours
whatever.
That's more
Screened
where-
in area.
Might as well eat them all.
You know, we once, we asked Grandma Pearl, I still gotta make copies of that.
Yeah, I know.
Talk about the old timers, and she talked about all you guys I know.
Okay, now she, well,
So,
okay, but I told you,
yeah.
her mother's name was the same as her, so it was Margaret Crosby Shanes. And Mama's name was
So good.
Margaret
Put
Pearl
that
Milroy Crosby Shane Malloy.
July 17th, that's okay.
So
Delicious.
then Jean Crosby
Mm-hmm.
was her grandmother. James was her grandfather. And
They were, he
he
was
was
a
a
butler.
butler and she was a,
But he wasn't always, that's the way it ended up, huh?
well, he was a butler as far as I know. I don't know what he did in the beginning.
Yeah.
And her dad,
Jean's dad.
yeah,
We shall not
no,
see
Jean's dad was a butler. No,
Another
no,
term
no, I
of
don't know
your
what
Jean's
Jean's
husband.
dad. Jean's husband
Mr.
was a
Kent.
butler. And
LBJ.
And I'm trying to think. Grandpa was, my grandpa Shane's was a, what was the word they
Carpenter.
used? Yeah, well, he was a carpenter for
This guy got
for
kind of
Northern
a-
Pacific.
Well,
But they didn't
Johnson.
call it that. They called
did.
it something that sounded really fishy.
Where's John?
It's like,
He's the 36th.
I don't know what it was, but it is, there is something. in the
Sure don't look like him, but that's him.
Okay, will you tell me what was my grandpa's job with Union Pacific Company? What did they call it? Do you know?
Conductor?
You mean the butler? I think they call him a butler.
Butlers don't work on the trains.
Oh, on the train.
Grandpa
Oh,
Shane.
Oh, you're talking about somebody else
I'm
now.
talking about Grandpa Shane's, my grandpa.
Oh,
I'm talking about my,
I thought
he,
you were
he
talking about
wasn't
your
a,
dad.
did he make railways or did he work on the trains themselves?
no, he,
Wasn't him.
I think he
Oh,
was
you
not a
mean-
mechanic, he was like a
He was a
carpenter.
attendant.
Oh,
Oh,
he's a
a carpenter.
carpenter.
Well, I
But
know
they
the
had a
story of
different
him
name.
working down during the Boer
Yeah.
War in South
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where they
Building
did.
houses
Here's the
and
stats
barracks
on the
and
other
stuff,
side.
huh?
That was for the English people or the
Yeah.
Dutch or whoever.
English.
When
English?
when my
Yeah.
mother was a little girl,
His lifetime average.
Oh,
yeah, because
I want this
President's.
info.
you
I know.
remember, I think
I
you
remember her
have,
telling
don't
me.
you have a picture
Yeah.
Of when Grandma was a little girl?
And had painted into the picture.
She thought so, but they said no. A photographer told her no. Your dad must have been home at that time because it wasn't. She thought it was he was painted in because he was gone so much. see?
That's funny that she thought they would have done that.
Huh.
But it wasn't because the photographer said no. That that isn't touched up.
You have the great picture with her as a little girl with the lace collar.
And
Yeah,
then,
that's the one.
Was
Yeah, that's.
was there two boys or just one?
There's two.
Was there two?
There was
Jocko
two.
and
Jocko was the one that lived, and the other one died over there.
I can't.
James.
James. And he died over there. And Jockey cried and cried, and everybody thought he was so sad. Well, he was sad about his brother. But mainly he was sad because he didn't get to ride in the car. See, they didn't get a
Cars
chance.
were really special.
Yeah. Well, what? Now your dad was in the Spanish-American War.
That
I
is
saw
correct.
was a rope maker, but what was his real profession outside of the army?
He was a
Well, he did a
traveling
lot of
salesman.
things. Mainly, I think, hardware salesman.
Hardware
Was it Gerald
salesman.
Gerald Vincent Kavanaugh.
Matter of fact, he was partners in the hardware in Lewiston for a while.
Oh.
Oh.
Huh.
His name was on the building, wasn't it?
Anderson, Bullock, and Kavanaugh.
All right.
Yeah.
What?
But
Remember
then,
his birthday?
later on, when he was a car salesman.
When
Man,
was your dad's birthday?
October the 18th.
1901.
18.
I can't tell you any
Right,
more than
18
that.
something.
Well, yeah.
18
How old
something.
was he when he went to war?
He was only, he lied a little bit. I think he was only 16.
Didn't you say he had to drink
Yeah,
water?
he went up there
Which war
first
was
and he
this?
didn't weigh enough.
Wasn't heavy enough.
So he went and drank a gallon of water and then he won. He was
He
good
was
enough.
fine. What war is
That
this?
water
His
BC?
was
I would have went all over the.
Which war?
Spanish
Spanish
American.
American.
Spanish American.
What year was that?
1898.
We need
We've
those.
got a book in
And
there.
did he ever tell you any stories about his dad?
You know anything
Well,
about his
His
mother?
dad and mom? Well, what about Grace first? What about Grace? She,
She's from Sprague or something like that.
Idaho?
No,
Washington.
Washington. Oh.
Near Davenport.
Austria?
Uh-huh.
it's not Sprague. Tell me. He said wants you to tell about your mother.
Yeah, well,
Well, tell about her.
Anything?
Sweet. She was sweet.
she's a nice lady.
Nice lady. There you
She
go.
was a
Good cook. Could she
Oh,
cook?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
could make really good pies. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
good. Everyone should have a specialty.
Yeah.
What was your favorite pie?
Favorite? Gooseberry.
Oh, really? Green?
Gooseberry,
The green or do they
Still
get
is.
purple?
But
little
I
cartoon.
haven't had him for a
Green
long time.
gooseberries?
Very high.
Really?
No kidding. Somebody's
That
gonna have
is
to
funny.
find out where
We
they
used to
are.
have a gooseberry bush out in our backyard there in Lewiston.
If she would just.
She'd always make gooseberry pies.
I used to pick them as a kid, but I never really made a pie. I never ate them with sugar. Probably was it.
Well, your dad didn't ever tell you stories about his dad.
No.
You
afraid
never
not.
knew him.
Well, only one that
Uh-huh.
I can think of. And it was his, they kids said that he wasn't telling the truth. My dad said his dad was the block hole builder.
The what?
Well, blockhead builder.
Blockhead.
What's a blockhead building?
And nobody believed him.
What's a blockhead?
Well, that's what, when you're stacking wood, there's a blockhead on each end, which I didn't know. And it's,
Oh, that's
anyhow,
neat.
that's where he was doing a blockhead building.
That's funny.
I mean, his dad.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it
he was born in California.
Yeah,
And
Marysville.
then they all.
What was his name?
Gerald Vincent.
No, your dad's.
Gerald
dad.
Vincent's dad.
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew Kavanaugh.
That's
Yeah.
Well, now he was from the old world, or this?
Yeah, he's from
Yeah.
Ireland.
He's from Ireland.
He
Your grandpa.
down by way of Canada.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And you know mine was
And I still have probably a lot of relatives over there in
Back
Canada,
in
because a lot of them just stayed in Canada.
Yeah.
They didn't come to the United States.
Bridget Holt.
Oh.
I mean,
What part of
Michael's wife.
Canada?
Well,
And that would be my
Where did he?
over like Quebec or somewhere like
Oh,
that.
really?
Somewhere in the eastern part of
They came-
Canada.
Yeah, I
Oh,
gave it to you somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
In
imagine
18
so.
Remember that you said they came in 1842,
Huh.
which is
Yeah.
when you're full.
But I got a few
I think it was
rough things
18.
about
Well,
him.
you hear different years. Sometimes you get 47, 30.
You have a few things about him?
Yeah, about the, see if I can find that.
42
Okay.
is when they
Not
had
with
the
spoon in
bad
my mouth.
Hmm?
potato famine.
Potato famine, 42, and
Oh,
That
no,
was the only-
47 was the bad year.
47?
Wasn't it?
42 was when
Maybe
my
it started then.
relations came over.
Oh, it was 42.
Yeah,
We got-
1842, I'm sure that.
It
Oh.
went on more than 1 year, did it?
Well, maybe it was 1847.
I think it was 1847 because we have it written down somewhere.
Well, whatever, if whatever year I said, I might have get mixed up on it. I haven't
You
seen
got
it
a
for
born
a
in
long
raspberry
time.
or something?
I lent it to
Mm-hmm.
Pauline, and she gave it back to me, but I don't know what I did with
I
it.
don't wanna eat the weird
Well, now,
stuff.
what do you remember about your grandparents?
You mean,
What do you remember?
well, I
about?
remember both of them.
I know.
I remember Pat was a policeman, and he drank like
PT?
all good Irishmen.
Is this PT?
Like how good I
They had to hide my grandma, I thought she hid everything, like,
All the
anything.
Vanilla flavoring?
Vanilla flavoring. She hid the,
Mouthwash.
rubbing alcohol?
she hid the mouthwash, she hid the rubbing alcohol, she hid
Rubbing
everything.
alcohol.
The usual.
Well, he probably hit it too, huh?
Yeah, and he probably hid it too if he got it. Anyway. And he chewed tobacco, and he spit in the spittoon or in the fireplace. Well, that's what I remember as a kid.
Yeah.
He could hit it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like Uncle Frank. Here, kid, you want to try this?
And he,
Chill, don't.
let's see, he had,
That's a good one.
I thought, see, I probably
Oh, they're
smelled the
good
liquor, and I thought it was that I was smelling tobacco.
Uh-huh.
Because- and they lived in a great, big, huge house. And all
You're not very
people
good
would
at
come
that.
there, all the family would come there on Sundays, like my uncles and aunts. And all the ladies would be busy cooking.
Sounds like
And
heaven
the
to
guys
me.
would be laying around talking, visiting with each other. And we would go, when it was time to go home, my cousin Jean and I and Pauline, we'd try to hide their hats because
Then they'd
they
leave.
no, they couldn't leave.
Yeah,
See,
I mean-
they'd have to stay a little longer and search for their
Where
hats.
are they? Where did I leave that darn thing?
And
So what kind of big dinners did
Well,
they
he-
cook?
oh, really, I thought my grandma was really delightful cook because she just never measured anything. She just took so much pinches of this and that, so many handsful. But my mother said, that's you're remembering as a child, see. So evidently my mom did think, mom was easygoing. And my grandma had a temper too. And she said one time she even saw him. You know, they used to have on cook stoves, they would have things to lift off.
Yeah.
Right. The handle?
Yeah, and she threw a couple of them at my granddad one day. I don't know whether she hit him, but my mom thought that was pretty violent.
Oh, and it
Depends
was.
on where it hit
It would have
him.
hit him. It would
Maybe
have
it hit him, I don't know.
Well, now you said he was a policeman, but I know that he was also had a great big farm.
Oh,
up
he had
in-
a farm that was.
and a lumber business.
Yes.
And
And he had a farm that was sold to
Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis, yes, it's
You
the
know where.
Can you get fire?
firing
Just
range.
barely.
Yeah.
The house is on a firing range.
Some of the old outbuildings I've heard are still out there. But the so you said he was a policeman though now.
Well, he was a
He was a
merchant policeman.
Yeah, he was a private policeman
Yeah,
in his
well,
later years.
Yeah, and he would go and check to see that all the businesses who subscribed to his.
Yeah, he had other
He'd check
people.
the doors and.
Didn't he have other people working for him at that time? No,
not,
just
not
him.
that I know of, just
Oh.
him.
Oh.
Now, I don't know. because I was just a kid.
I understood it was his business.
Well, it probably was.
Uh-huh.
And he was like superintendent of schools and stuff. I'm not superintendent of schools. I'm the school board though, always on the school board. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm. Never was a
And,
politician like
No,
Verge,
and I think,
so.
no, and I think my grandma, I think when she met him he was brought some nuns over to her house, where, you know, when she was a young girl. And she really thought, oh, that handsome red hair. She knew right away she wanted.
Uh-huh. Well, what about Dora? Really, Dorothy? She didn't have red hair. She's a
No, she
brunette.
had brown hair.
Brunette.
And she was, oh, he was born in probably Wisconsin. I think that's where they went and settled.
Uh-huh.
And she was born in Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
And then they first, well, I don't know where they first met, and probably where they first got married and lived at first was in Omaha, Nebraska. And then they lived in Anaconda, Montana. And I think my granddad worked at the copper mine, had something to do with the copper mine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anaconda, there's nothing much else.
And
I don't know.
I know he had 2 different ranches, because after he sold that one to Fort Lewis, he had a little one out by the airport.
Where the airport is now.
Yeah. And,
SeaTac?
oh no, I don't think so. It was in Olympia.
Oh. Oh.
And
You got his old family history there.
I don't know for sure,
That's what it is.
but I know that he used to plant potatoes because I helped him one time.
Does he ever talk about his dad, Michael Andrew?
No.
Never did. Never mentioned him.
Well, I
to you.
never asked. Yeah, see, I was too busy playing.
Yeah.
But I was pretty good because we played with his neighbor kids, this little ranch he had. And I said, I think you must have the mumps.
It's Ontario.
And sure enough, the next day they all got the mumps.
I'll be darned.
So,
Right, that's not good.
Is Ontario where he come down from Canada? I don't think I can focus on
Ontario.
that paper. This is,
I'm gonna get out of it.
That's
I
my
don't-
dad's sister is Frank Smith.
I don't believe I can focus on any of this stuff.
Probably not.
Hold it up, would that help?
I don't know. I don't know if this, I can't see it.
Can't even see it looking at it.
I can't see it, so I don't know if I'm in focus or not. Even if I zoom in on it, I don't think
Yes. Yes, I would.
Yeah, it gets worse, I think.
Oops, it's right.
A bad boy.
Your,
A bad boy.
let's see, town of Coburg. Yeah, I don't know if anybody can read that stuff. Anyway, you're looking up old stuff, are you?
Paper plate doesn't really warn you.
Here might be.
Who is Mr. Frank Smith?
Huh?
Mrs. Frank Smith.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Aunt Nellie.
Oh, your Aunt Nellie. Oh.
That's kind of interesting.
See, now I don't even know.
She felt terrible. I said, well,
This is Kavanaugh.
she said, you know, I think that she felt
arms. I can't. I don't think I can read.
No.
I don't think I can see this
No,
with
you
this
probably
thing.
can't.
It says Argent a lion, tossant, gules, in base, 2 crescents of the last crest issuing from the horns of a crescent gules a garb or motto. Oh, I'm sure I couldn't say these words. Seothchan, it looks like it. Seothchain Agus Fairsinge or Fairsinge. But at the bottom, in translation, it says peace and plenty. I don't know, Seothchanangus Fairsinge. That's hard to see.
Here, there's something else it says here.
Yeah, read it. Can you read it?
It says it's a letter just reached. This is also cousin Nellie.
Yeah.
Yeah, reached. We were staying for the summer. Aunt Ellen will be 91, so I imagine she's dead by now.
Yeah.
in Nevada. Her hearing and understanding are good, but she is very feeble and cannot see. She says to tell you she has not a particle of anything to send you. Your father would be 89 years. That'd be my grandfather.
Yeah.
The 15th of August. He was born in and believed the parish of Timahoe.
How do you spell that?
Timahoe. Was baptized in his home, as all were in those days. They were no relation to the Dunns you mentioned. Your father's mother, sister, Bridget, Ann, and Catherine. Her brothers were Patrick, Michael, Dennis, Thomas, James, and Edward. She went to Europe and visited Ireland. She did not care very much for it. There's so much poverty there.
Yeah, of course.
Edward Hudson was in Oklahoma the last we heard of him. So must be some relation, but he traveled constantly. This is a rainy day, so this is in New Jersey. So we are not enjoying the beach. We have a very nice bungalow right at the shore. Always pleasant here. Jimmy fishes right in the front of the door. They catch wheat, blue flounders from the beach in the nets. They get all kinds. We were very glad to hear from you. Hope you will write again. From your cousin Alex. I don't think they ever wrote again.
Yeah. That was, now you see in there, she says, that you're not related to the Dunns at all, apparently. And wasn't that on a list? There was some Michael Dunn or something back in the...
So there's confusing.
So the Dunns
reports.
are not, that's out. Okay. Yeah, I won't assume that report I have then is worth much.
Here we go.
That's one of the...
I am the great grandson of Judith McGrath Dunn.
Yeah, that's the one I have. I have this.
That's true.
I have this paper. Oh, that is true. Oh, well, what kind was she saying then? If you're not related to the Dunns, of course you are.
She didn't say that, did she? Where's that letter?
Well, I thought you just read to me that you weren't related to the Dunns.
No, I didn't exactly say that.
Oh. And that's it? Oh.
I don't know. I'm pretty good.
I don't know what you maybe got it in your hand.
Well, I'm trying to find out that again, because I don't think I said you're none. All right, let's see here. They were no relation to the Duns you mentioned.
Oh,
That
they,
don't necessarily mean that there
oh,
wasn't.
they were.
Yeah. Your father's mother's sister was Bridget.
Oh, I'm
Just-
sorry.
Just says, no relation to the Duns you mentioned.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now here's one to cousins. Here's one. This looks like an old one here. To John and Eileen, it looks like. And it's your devoted cousin Timothy. You know who this is?
That's the old one, some of the, well, back,
Well, it looks here. It says, "Bless your heart, I forgot to tell you about your Uncle Danny. He took a pot shot at a turncoat from the back of the hedge, but he had too much to drink and missed him. God's curse on dirty drink."
well, yeah, you know a little more than you did.
Things are not as bad as they might be. The herring is back, and nearly everyone has a heart in making ends meet, and the price is good, thanks to God. So the herring is being fished. He must be a fisherman, Timothy, cousin Timothy. He's writing from Ireland. This letter is from Ireland to America. It begins, "Your welcome letter received. Your Aunt Bridget thanks you kindly for the money you sent. We had 7 masses said for grandmother and grandfather. God rest their souls. You have gone places in the States. God bless you. I hope you will not be putting on airs and forgetting your native land. Your cousin, Nicky O'Toole, was hung in London last week for killing a policeman. May God rest his soul, and may God's curse be on Paddy O'Flaherty, the dirty informer, and may he burn in hell until the damn place freezes over. God forgive us." That's the way this starts, huh? And then he talks about the herring coming back. And we had a grand time at Terence Muldoon's wake. He was an old blatherskite. Blatherskite, I don't know how to say that. And it looked good to see him stretched out with his big mouth shut forever. He is better off dead, and he'll burn in hell till the damn place freezes over. He had too many friends among the orange men.
Yeah.
God cursed a lot of them. And then he tells about Uncle Danny, who took the pot shot at the turncoat. I hope this letter finds you in good health, and may God keep reminding to send money. The Kellys are 100% strong around here since they stopped going to the States. Oh, now they have kids all over the country. Father Michael O'Hara, who baptized you, is now feeble-minded and sends you his blessings. Nellie O'Brien, the brat you used to go to school with, has married an Englishman. We knew she would come to a bad end. May God take care of the lot of you and keep sending the money. Your devoted cousin Timothy. P.S. Things look bright again. The police barracks and the Protestant church have been burnt to the ground in County Cork. P.S.
Sounds up to date, doesn't it?
P.S. Keep sending the money.
They think we're all millionaires.
Yeah, in those days. Well, that sounds like the rising of the moon. That sounds like the 1920s or something. There, maybe. I don't know. Maybe earlier. 19 teens. The language, I don't know, blatherskite, if that's a 19teens kind of word.
There's some recent stuff, like 1831 to 1889. Arthur McMurrow Kavanaugh.
Oh,
Related to them, I know.
can you read that? I don't know.
The Kavanaughs themselves have produced a number of notable figures. None more picturesque than Arthur McMurrow Kavanaugh, 1831 to 1889, who, although he had only stumps of arms and legs, overcame the disability and became an expert horseman and fisherman, learned to write and draw, and was for many years a member of Parliament. In the same century, Morgan Peter Kavanaugh, 1800 to 1874, and his daughter Julia Kavanaugh, 1824 to 1877, were well-known authors in their day. Going back to the 16th century, there was Kerr McArt Kavanaugh, 1500 to 1554, who took part in the Geraldine Rebellion. Art Kavanaugh, 1500 to 1554, who took part in the dramatic escape from Dublin Castle in 1590. Next century we find Brian Kavanaugh, one of the many Kavanaughs who fought for the Stuarts' cause.
All right.
Described as the tallest man in King James' army, while among the wild geese of the name Morgan Kavanaugh, who rose to be governor of Prague in 1766, was said to be the biggest man in Europe. Several Kavanaughs were officers in the Irish Brigade, the Army of France, and a branch of the family who settled that country. But it was in Austria they chiefly distinguished themselves. Two were prominent in 1798, Reverend Francis Kavanaugh, who was one of the leaders of the insurrection in County Wexford, and Walter Kavanaugh of Boris, County Carlow, nicknamed by the people the Monarch, whose house was burned down by the insurgents. Well-known song Eileen a Room, which I've never heard, said to have been composed by Carlo Daly in the 13th century, should be mentioned in connection with the family. The Eileen invoked being the daughter of the Kavanaugh chief at the time.
Excuse me.
In what year? What's the 13th century, you said?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Kavanaugh is sometimes used as a synonym for two often quite distinct surnames, recording an example of the not uncommon process of attraction, whereby some well-known patronymic of somewhat similar sound is assumed in place of the original name. O'Common, Angline, O'Cavan, Cavane. Once an important sect in Mayo, where he was also
in Mayo County, yeah.
Yeah, maladroitly. Never heard that word before.
Maladroit, yeah.
Turned into Cavendish.
Yeah, turned into Cavendish. There's the other, the O capable of oscillate, an obsolete form of Gaffney.
Oh. Huh.
Take that for what it's worth. There's some history.
And some more, all right. That was a lot there. That was more than I bargained for, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. You know, when we said we'd like to get something on the old timers, I didn't know we were going to the 13th century all of a sudden.
Well, you heard me read it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's something. I don't know. You got an awful lot of stuff. Where'd you get it? Stuff you gathered over the years?
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of it from the Smith at Nellie.
Nellie. No kidding. Well, gee, you know,
That was her fight, her later life. That's all she did was look up things like that.
oh, really? Boy, I see a string of dates there.
Yeah,
Got
I
in
know
front
it.
of you.
Let's see, wonder what they're all about. 1794, Dublin Society of United Irishmen, suppressed. 1795, Orange Society for Med, United Irishmen prepare for rebellion.
Oh, that's probably what they meant by the Orange Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Act for the Legislative Union of Ireland, with
Oh,
Great Britain, passed by Irish and British Parliament.
Oh, Cousin Danny was probably, oh, that was probably an older letter than we thought then.
Yeah. 1801, Union of Great Britain and Ireland begins. Well, in 1801.
08? Oh yeah, in 01. And in 08,
08, Irish Catholic bishops reject the veto scheme. Beginning of,
the rise of Daniel O'Connell to leadership.
okay.
1813, you want me to read them all?
Go ahead, you go ahead.
1813, first Catholic relief bill since the Union introduced and defeated Catholic Emancipation Act. Oops, sorry. You were doing better than this. Introduced and defeated. 1829 was the Catholic Emancipation Act. 1843, O'Connell charged with conspiracy, sentenced to 1 year imprisonment. 1845 was the potato blight. And then 18...
Again, yeah.
So that's when everybody started
1840
coming over in droves.
1847 was a terrible year, though.
Probably because they had been starving for so
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
Okay, 1849, visit of Queen Victoria to Ireland. 1858, foundation of Fenian movement. 1870, Home Rule movement began. 1877, Parnell elected president of Home Rule Confederation of Great Britain. 1879, Irish National Land League founded at Dublin. 1879 to 1882 was called the Land War. 1890, Parnell's Manifesto to the Irish People published. 1893, the second Home Rule Bill is defeated in Lords. Is that Congress or what?
Yeah,
The Lords.
meant British lords.
Parliament or whatever. 1903, Land Act sponsored by Wyndham gives tenant farmers government loans to buy their farms. Cool. Finally, huh? 1912, third Home Rule Bill passes House of Commons. You want to continue? 1913, Home Rule defeated. Provisional Government of Ulster set up, backed by Ulster Volunteer Force. Okay, you go ahead from 1914.
See, Nellie's
spelled
trying
it.
to put this in context, these
This is
these
great.
things.
This-
She's got,
1914, Supreme Council of the Irish Republic decides on insurrection. Okay. 1916, Easter Rebellion. I've heard of
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
For or are executed. 3,500 arrests. 1917, DeValerie elected president of Sinn Féin.
That sounds
Sinn
like
Féin
today.
is the rebels.
Yeah.
1919.
Sinn Féin represented
Meet in
me
Dublin.
in Dublin as,
Dale Aaron or
Aaron.
Iron or something?
yeah.
British attempt suppression of the Sinn Féin movement.
And the 1920 Anglo-Irish War. Government of Ireland Act providing for separate parliaments and governments in Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland.
That's when the trouble started, huh?
In 1921, Anglo-Irish Truce and Treaty.
Sin treaty.
22, treaty approved by Dale Arran, Irish Free State official, proclaimed British troops leave.
Civil War begins in 1922, and then the Civil War ends in 1923, and then 38.
Yeah, the trouble started a long time before that.
Yeah. There have been several civil wars. 1938 Anglo-Irish Agreement Treaty, where it's restored to Ireland. 1949
Ports, yeah.
Republic of Ireland declared.
Yippee! 1949. Hey, I was born that year.
56, then it jumps to 56 to 62. Unsuccessful Northern campaign for a United Irish Republic. And in 1969, Irish Republic volunteers deeply involved in civil rights campaign. And then our last one is on 1971. Northern Prime Minister
Chichester
Clark announced on television that Northern Ireland was at war with the Irish Republican Army provincials.
Wow.
And they're still doing it.
All the way from 1794 to 1971.
You know what? You know
Darn
what? You know, I'd like to run them through a copy machine too.
Okay.
You got so much there.
Yeah, you can just get what you want.
It's enormous. It's a book. You got a book there.
How did you get
He's
that?
got a book here.
From Ireland?
From Nellie.
Mostly from
Nellie
Nellie.
who?
Aunt Nellie.
Your aunt?
Yeah,
Cool. You got a lot of info.
you're correct about present day spelling.
And
See, I can't.
Oh.
No.
But 19th century
Naw.
was NAW, N-A-W. Oh, like nah or nah.
See, I don't.
Hostility with love.
Francis, I wonder if she's,
Or
is that a
SCJ.
nun?
She's probably a nun, yeah.
Yeah. And here's what it says about,
The Kavanaugh
Irish
name.
See.
Gaelic name which has neither the prefix Mac or O. It's wrong to call it O Kavanaugh in Irish as it is sometimes erroneously done. In Irish, it's simply Kavanaugh, which is an adjective denoting association with Keoman or whatever. In this case, Saint Keoman, the first Kavanaugh, having been fostered by a successor of that saint. And the others are incomplete.
anyhow,
sentence.
Kavanaugh is about one of the first ones, or about the only people in Ireland that don't have an O in front of their name. That's what it gets to.
I don't think so. Oh, they never do.
Right.
You mean? Oh,
It says right here, one of the very few ancient Gaelic Irish surnames which was never the prefix Mac or O.
never. Well, that's could make them older.
It is wrong to call it O'Cominix, which is Cominage. Okay, now some of this stuff has to do with later. This looks like something on Papa's a traveling salesman.
And look at their color.
Oh, well, newspaper clippings, huh?
Lewiston's headquarters for an organization headed by W. Caffey.
Have you read all this stuff? No, really.
Well, some of it, so much of it I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Here he is. I know it had to be in this article. Officers for the ensuing year were, and then it goes on, one of them is G.V. Kavanaugh. So things like this are mixed up with it, but you're welcome. Because I know I'll get it back sometime.
Oh no, I mean I'll bring it right back tomorrow
Okay,
after I get some copies made.
whatever you want. This you want, you know.
Oh well, this I don't know. I suppose it puts
Oh, I thought
things
you
in
said you did.
perspective. No, I want all that personal stuff. But what are you gonna do? You don't go through it and try to figure out what I want or
Okay.
anything. We'll just put it in a stack and I'll have them copy the whole thing. Then we'll figure out if, then we'll figure it out.
Okay. Some of this stuff is short too. John Short is in there.
Oh.
Grandma's Kavanaugh stuff
Oh,
is in there too somewhere.
okay. Well, we'll try to discern.
And I had them separated at one time. I guess it was going on and over and over and over so much.
Uh-huh. I wouldn't make any.
They're in no certain order.
We'll try to figure out an order for them.
You
We probably will never be able to get them in a proper order, but we'll try. Uh-oh.
This one you've got,
This one? Yeah, I got that one.
but that one that was showing where the different ones were hung and all that, you don't have that. So we had some bad,
Hung and shot from a hedge and all of that. No.
maybe, and
May
hell,
burn in hell.
burn in hell.
Till it freezes over.
Yeah.
We went to that,
Yeah. Well, let's see. I guess I'll give you a break now. Let you
Thank
take
you.
a break.
Okay.
You can go ahead and repeat that.
All right.
I'll let you repeat that.
Well, my grandfather, Patrick Thomas, played the piano and played the violin.
Fiddle, you said.
And
What's the
when
difference?
He used to play with
song.
dance bands when he would, before Grandma married him. Probably.
dances?
And I know the minute that she saw that handsome redhead, she had her mind made up.
Is that why you like redhead so much?
Yeah, I guess so. And then, one time when he got drinking, and she was first married to him, she lived like 2 blocks from her parents. And she went to her folks and her dad said, listen, kid, we tried to warn you before you married him that they were kind of wild boys, those boys. So you made your bed now.
Sleep in it.
Yeah.
You have to say dad out thingy.
So I don't know anymore, except
I don't know what happened to his brothers and sisters much. PTs.
well, she knows,
Who's Connie?
you know,
Huh.
Grandpa Malloy, probably Michael, you know, my great-grandfather.
Yeah.
He died, and I think she said he died when he was living with Joe. But that'd be his brother Joe. But,
I don't know anything about him. I don't think.
well, Connie knows some,
Yeah.
somewhat.
Well, okay.
And I know that Grandpa had sisters. Lizzie would be Elizabeth, and she was married to, oh, now it's skipping my mind.
Well, I remember that wasn't there a Thomas?
No, that was Grandpa, Patrick Thomas. But
Oh,
there
yeah,
was,
that's right.
But there was a,
Thomas and a
now
Patrick.
Grandma, one of his sisters married Hines. They had Dr. Hines and Philomena.
She gathered up a lot of
Yeah,
stuff too.
she's the one that gave me the information first.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know what I did with that letter.
Oh. Well, if you ever come across
I'll
it.
come across it. I gave it to you. I wrote it out to you. So you got it someplace.
Well, I know I have some of the data, some of it. Oh, that's good. Hold a napkin up in front of your face.
Now you eat all of them because I'm not going to eat any more. Or,
These are cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
Washing our hands. Hands.
Wait a one.
Well, that's a good one. He played the fiddle and the piano, and you think he played by ear.
yeah, I'm sure he did. But
And
he-
you think Dorothy met him at a dance?
No.
Where he played?
No. Dorothy met him when he come to her house. He brought some sisters over to visit.
Not
But that-
sisters.
What's found?
Nuns.
Yeah. Oh,
And he probably brought him in a buggy.
yeah,
Imagine in those days.
yeah.
And so she said, "Oh, that handsome redheaded." See,
She told you that.
no, she probably told her sisters or somebody. That guy, that's the guy I'm going to marry.
Was PT red hair?
Huh?
Is that what you're talking about?
What? Yeah, when she met him. And see, maybe her family, the Kearns, had moved from Pennsylvania to Omaha
Oh,
because that's where my dad was born.
Omaha.
And I think some of the older boys were. Now, I think Mark
Oh.
and Sister Virginia were born in Montana. And Virgin Frank probably were born on the farm here in
In
Washington.
Tacoma.
Yeah, Washington.
By Tacoma.
Well, it was probably Washington Territory, I think. One of them, I think it did say on their, in their obituary, I think it did say like Washington Territory.
Oh.
I don't know for sure. And I know that Connie's the one, and she's got
One more thing.
information on both the,
Yes, so.
Touched it.
well, Michael didn't get any, did he?
No.
Yeah, we ate it all.
No, I didn't.
Oh, poor Michael. He
Oh.
didn't eat any.
Well,
You have to
Yeah.
steal from your son.
You got one.
Snooze, you lose, Mike.
yeah, I know. Well, I was off working when everybody was sleeping.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
course.
you did get a lot.
course.
Did you see that?
Mom and
Out
Dad
before
were-
8:30.
No, Mom and Dad were.
One with the car? Yeah, that was great.
Well-
Pat peeking out the back window.
See, I love that magazine. What is it called?
Nostalgia?
Yeah, but isn't
Oh, yeah.
called that.
Oh,
Starts with an R.
Reminiscent.
retired.
Reminisce. And it has pictures in there.
Reminiscing.
And I often think of sending pictures. If I've got one set of pictures someplace that has, like my grandpa's sisters, and they all got new dresses on. Really fancy, when the dressmaker came and finished their work, then they would have pictures taken, so they'd have all their new things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I know, Mike.
Well, I tricked you.
I think of something more.
I tricked you into letting me have them pictures to blow them up, and now you want to go blow them all up yourself since you've seen those.
That's exactly true.
They look pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Those laser
They do. Did
printers
you see
do.
'em?
I was very impressed with
Yeah.
it. Yes, I saw him.
Especially Grandpa and Grandma, that really looked nice.
You should show some on your film. Hold them up.
Huh?
No,
Nah.
Well, the one, yeah, well. Oh, you're right. We should
Michael,
have.
turn that thing off now.
Off it goes.
Or I'll-
Because of the order. Hey, Jill. Jill. Hey, dear.
They have little campsites down there. Those people out there spend the night up there.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing? You like this? You like this stuff?
Always a little bit of sailor left in the guy.
Here we are at Leaky Peak. Lucky Peak. Leaky Peak, he called it.
We'll just give you a little tour of one here. Oh, 10 or 15 minutes.
Hey guys. We're in Idaho, not Iowa.
They're wearing life jackets because they're sure they're going to sink.
I am not even wanting.
You thought we would sing?
They think the ship is sinking.
It's actually kind of warm, isn't it?
We need a song.
A song?
We need a
he gets tired of driving the boat, he goes to sleep down there. What's the significance of the name Four Winds?
Well, the Winds were a family that started a manufacturing company to build these, ran the boat. And they're out of Cadillac, Michigan. And there ended up being four of them in the family.
Can't hear nothing though.
So the name kind of has a similarity to like the seasons, Four Winds, you know. It's all been bought out by OMC now. They own it all. OMC. They build the floor units, the boats. This one was one of the last, next to the last year that they put Mercury's floor units on. Everything's now OMC. Of the ones that they bought.
This is not, you have not named this boat.
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
Karen comes up with a lot of gushy names to put on the back of it, but when we get up here somewhere, I'll show you what the name is on the back.
Oh. It's on the back. I saw Four Winds somewhere and I thought that was the name.
Well, that's like Ford or Chevy.
I said, yeah. Well, I didn't know that.
Don't shoot that up at the sun or you wreck it.
Huh?
You wreck the guts if you shoot it at the sun.
You want me to shoot it at the sun? You want me to shoot the sun for a while?
Get a picture of the sun.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, zoom in on the sun.
If I think I can see myself in your sunglasses.
And my regular glasses. See, this is dual.
Oh,
Double duty.
I'll be darned.
I lost an orange. Big old holes.
Ah,
Find that picture.
How did I know that was gonna happen?
It appears we've lost a hat. We spot the hat in the water. Let's see.
Funny.
There it is. Okay. There's the hat somewhere. Maybe I'm getting it. I don't know.
The head is gone. Just like it's
Okay, there's the hat. We're gonna have to get it.
I don't think
We're just getting a little too much wind there. And now Hal has saved the day and saved the San Antonio Spurs hat that he went to. It's just a little bit dent.
Yeah, I probably won't be wearing it.
It's drying off on the drying table. Let's see. We hope those hold. Cool.
He's dragging. What's he? Have a lure? No.
Got the alternative, or we got depth thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is. We're in 85. Can you see it?
Okay, I don't
It
know
was
what's doing this
130.
thing.
Oh. Yeah, you take pictures, John. Here.
There are the sailors ahead.
I don't think I'll be wearing this hat anymore.
That's your harpoon, huh? You just take those rubber tips off and it's a harpoon.
You got it around your
Harpoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too sharp for me.
Down quicker. And, so they really haven't
That is
developed
me.
any docks and
Okay.
recreational
Would
areas,
you quit
parks
with
and
that,
stuff. That's
Please,
very much.
just right.
There's his skis up here, Mick.
What? Oh, I
Sides.
found coffee.
Well, there they
Smile,
are.
Michael. Smile, Jill. They don't know when I'm getting this right. Oh, yeah. That's a fakest smile. Whatever.
I don't know.
I gotta get Hal.
Oh yeah, you gotta get it out.
Wait, now you gotta smile to fake
Hal
a
with the
smile.
dam.
I gotta go up here.
That was a
man.
real smile.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta see
What are you
how
gonna
deep
do?
it is.
You gotta do what?
Gotta see if I can see all the way down the bottom.
Hey, you think you could water ski, Jill?
You never tried it before.
No, I'm not gonna
Not gonna try?
You're just not gonna do it like you weren't never gonna try ketchup.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
You're never gonna
We
try
got some
I
ways
ice
would
to
have a
go.
ketchup.
wake thing happening. We're sitting in our own wake or something.
Well, I don't know. He's trying to kick up a little thing, and then some fast guy just come by here a little bit ago.
Okay, maybe it was him.
I think it was a, I don't know, wearing an airplane on his
What's
head
that,
or
Alex?
something. Hey, Skipper. Hey, Jill.
What?
Watch your depth for her, Mick.
You got 91 feet, Dad.
I'll be darned.
Back this direction.
Nice little picnic area up there. Little place to kayak at. Going across your own wake. I think you're gonna want to hang starboard up here. That's,
What? It's Starboard.
yeah, not yet.
Mickey, maybe you should drive. Let Mickey drive now.
won't hit the duck. You won't hit the gull. Joan, come on, be nervous. My daughter, my little baby's driving the boat. Ooh.
I know. Let's try this.
Yeah, let's go to the marina and have a sandwich. That's why I was saying go starboard.
Not sharp right, go
Central right. Now watch this other traffic. Marina is it? That's not the marina. It's to the right of these guys. What are we gonna do? Ay. Ay, nalimot. Jet skis coming out now. Let them worry about you. got out of there. Yeah. They're right behind you and to your right.
No one's gonna watch this videotape to this point anyway,
That's true.
so I could probably say anything that I want.
Well, don't say anything that you don't want to have posterity here. Be nice. Okay, I'll shut it off. Say something intelligent.
Not me.
Let's see.
Well, that looks
Can't
terribly
think of
cheap, Karen. You don't want that.
Well, isn't your sister quite a skipper?
He's a pretty good driver.
She's a pretty good skipper. Jill, give me one more smile before I turn it off. Okay, all right, that's it. Are you ready?
Almost. What? She sounds like she's right here. Yeah. Ready? Hit it.
hold
okay.
it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Keith, I have to get back in.
Here's my hat. Here you are. Hat.
It wants to blow away.
I gotta come down there with you for a second.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey Jill, I found your Funyuns.
A wind sailor. A wind
Surfer.
boarder. Where are you going?
Right there.
Surfer.
Right there's your Funyuns. Will you hold up that towel, Nick?
Something inside there too.
Yeah, I'll come down and I'll just stay
Camera
right
board.
about here.
Okay.
And I'll back in, and all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get just so the fenders are in the water.
We should try and hold it right here, right, Hal? It wants to go up a little. Okay. You gonna jump in? Gonna jump in? Gonna jump in, girl? Girl. We gotta start slowing it down because it wants to blow that way anyhow.
It's alright.
Mike, hold it back.
It's alright.
Can you bring the video camera case up forward? Here's my jacket. Jill, go in and get our stuff and start throwing it out here. Go in and get our stuff. We can download this here and then you gotta get on the road. You do not need to go around his house legally.
You think you got my glasses?
I think they're in the car.
Well, $25. It ain't worth going back to his house.
Hell no. Let him use them.
All right.
$25. Shit, my glasses were $300 or $250. We can't even get them fixed. Oh.
Okay. I'm in. Throwing out my
That
stuff.
way, if we get to a motel, Jill can use her snorkel in the
Pool.
Yeah. Your dog's gonna get in the water, lady. But I think we need to get our stuff out of the boat before he gets it on the thing. Hurry up, start unloading it. Or can you jump in it while it's on the train?
Oh, that's harder to do. She's right.
Shit.
I can carry this stuff. I need the
case,
The
Jill,
case
in
in
the hold.
and
Don't
there's
drop all
also
the
the
shit out of it.
binocular case and
Binocular case, binoculars, purse, camera. Will you guys hold it while I go get stuff, or are you gonna go get stuff while I
yeah,
hold it?
Mick will
Go
let
ahead.
go get in
You
there
hold
and
it.
get
Is that Hal? It's Hal. I know, here.
That's what I think they are.
I think they're marmots, whistle pigs. But I can't see the other ones. Where's the other ones?
Stand up and they're right by this white pole.
He's heading for the bush. I don't know. It's a collection of whistle pigs.
A little crash of whistle
Oh,
pigs. Odd.
It's a melody of whistle pigs.
Melody of whistle pigs.
He's gone. Jill chased him. But this is the reason why we're here. The Shoshone Falls. And this is where we picnicked on KFC. Remnants of what I had is gone.
She have that hat. You have that hat.
And a lot of these falls are pretty. Some of them have this man-made stuff that isn't so pretty, but
See how many
probably
times we tried
behind
to
these
see
trees
this
is the
fall.
best place to see them.
We're trying. We're trying.
I'll go over there.
Please don't remember. Oh, stop filming me.
Can I take a picture of Mickey? Hi, Mick. How you doing? You want to get on the road again?
Not really.
Not really. We can hang, man. And one more whistle pig over here, lazing around. Hey, no, is that the?
You guys line up.
What are you doing?
What do we do down there? Well, I guess.
I want to get you in the picture. Michael, move over, please.
These ones here?
These are some big ones. And this is a medium, what they call a medium day. Not a high day. This is what we're shooting up on the park back over here. Up there. Where we had the KFC.
I thought it was just those up there. And we just got closer, and guess what? We actually have a nice water up there. It's on a full day on that.
Oh, this one here is a gusher. Here's quite a deal. I suppose it's there. Huh? It's enough?
Jill's over there.
That's it. There's something, huh? Something. Oh, the end of our trip finds Nancy and Kristen in Glenwood Springs. And Mickey and Jill run into her room, and there's everything still on the floor. The bags are still here to be put away. And we're making dinner as fast as we can, and
Joan's already gone.
and I'm kind of surprised to see Nancy here. And Kristen. There she is. And we're checking up on the Olympics. No, we're not yet. Now we're watching us.
This is Phil.